What's up everybody? Welcome back to another video here. Today we're going to go over calibers for dangerous game in Africa. So we're going to dive in here and get on the subject that is asked a bunch, what caliber that you need to use and what calibers are required for dangerous game in Africa. So first off and foremost, some countries have minimums, some countries don't, but the most common minimums are the 9.3 by 62 or 375 equivalent to. That's the standard minimum in a lot of countries. Obviously, being American, using American rifles, most commonly one for us would be the 375. So when it comes to the 375, we're going to talk about that because I really don't know a whole lot about the 9.3 by 62 because it's not American traditional caliber. So we're going to go from the 375. So 375, typically you're going to be shooting a 300 grain bullet out of it. Now I've used the 375 on a lot of different species in Africa. Lion, leopard, Cape buffalo, crocodile, elephant. It worked and performed flawlessly. It's all about shot placement when it comes to this stuff anyways, guys, as we all know. So 375 is a good all-around caliber. Again, why it's a good all-around caliber is because if you're going to be hunting Africa dangerous game, you know, once every couple of years or whatever, but want to have a rifle that you can use here in the United States, a 375 is a great caliber. Even Gunworks is making a 375 Ruger that you can reach out there and touch critters at several hundred yards, build the turret system, all that. And a lot of guys are using it for brown bears in Alaska, moose in Alaska, moose down here in the lower 48, bigger boned animals here in North America. It's a great rifle. It's something you probably don't want to shoot all the time because of the recoil, but it's a great all-around rifle. So you can use in Africa, North America, and in other places. You go to Russia and hunt brown bears and stuff like that. Water buffalo in Argentina, water buffalo down in Australia. Use it for a variety of things. So 375 is a good all-around caliber. Good all-around rifle. Jesus. I can't even spell today. Struggling over here. Okay, so 375, good all-around caliber. Next up, which is another really commonly used caliber in Africa for dangerous game, is the 416 Rigby. I also have a 416 Rigby, and I've used it on buffalo. I've used it on sable, on kudu. I've also used it on hippo, and worked flawlessly and performed great. Again, guys, with these bigger calibers, it's not just for dangerous game. Especially with the 416 and the 375, I use those bows a lot throughout Africa on the really small species such as dikers and diktiks, using a solid point bullet because you're not going to just you're not going to blow a big hole in the critter by poking a hole through with a solid bullet. So these are another good all-around caliber. And with the 416 Rigby, you're going to be shooting a 400 grain bullet. Good all-around rifle. Next up and final for a bunch of dangerous game stuff, what I'm going to get into, guys, is some of the real extreme big bore rifles that are commonly used by PHs as backup rifles. So one of the most common calibers for a PH is a backup rifle, or a most common caliber for one of, a true Africa hunter to buy and hunt a lot with in Africa for dangerous games such as Cape buffalo and elephants would be the 470 Nitro Express. The 470 Nitro Express is shooting a 500 grain bullet. Now guys, this is not a perfect all-around rifle. You're not going to use it for very many hunts here in North America. You might use it on a brown bear, maybe. This is solely an Africa hunting rifle, but it's a classic African hunting rifle and a double rifle setup, double barrel rifle setup. It just gives you like the true Africa feel and has like the nostalgia of like, I'm in Africa doing what the old guys did back in the day when they were there, like Ernest Hemingway and all the great hunters that hunted Africa. So the 470 is a great rifle if you're going to be traveling to Africa doing a lot of buffalo hunts, a lot of elephant hunts, stuff like that. And also it's like a good value because you're going to buy a double rifle and it's good, they hold their value. They're kind of like watches. They'll hold their value and they provide a great lifeline when you're over there because you're not going to get a quicker shot off with a bolt action as you would a double. A double's bam bam, both triggers right there, and you're also having a lot more punch pack power than a 370 and a 416. So this is great for buffalo and elephant. Great for all dangerous game. It's great for all dangerous game, but most commonly you're going to be hunting buffalo and elephant with it because one, most of the time you're not going to have a full scope on it, so you're not going to be able to do the precise shots on crocodiles and hippos. It works good on dry land hippos, but when they're in the water, you're not going to be able to get that super precise shot like you would with the scoped 375 or 416. You can put scopes on these. A lot of people put red dots on them, but on those bigger calibers, you're not going to put a full-on scope on it. A lot of PHs will have these in camp as their backup rifles. The next caliber, a lot of PHs that I personally know is packing, is the 577 Nitro Express. And so with a 577 Nitro Express, you're shooting a 750 grain bullet. Again, same as the 470. You're not going to be doing the precise shots on hippos and crocs with this thing. You're not putting a scope on this thing. It has way too much punch power, recoil on it. You might have a red dot on it, which a lot of guys do. So this is going to be great for buffalo and elephant and following up stuff in the thick cover. Again, guys, these are more of the calibers that you'll see PHs packing, and it's more of an authentic Africa feel to it and gives you kind of like the throwback feel. So if you're really going to be hunting Africa a lot, doing Cape buffalo and elephant, stuff like that, I suggest you invest in one of these two calibers. It's a great investment, like I said, resale value is great, holds its value for a long time, and gives you a true feeling of Africa. If you want a good all-around rifle for everything, you can pick between the 416 and the 375. 375 is a great all-around rifle because it's more commonly used here in the United States on dangerous game and bigger bone game like moose and bison as well. So guys, here's the calibers of dangerous game that I recommend you guys using. There's a bunch of different ones in here in between, and I don't want to get into all that because I'm not a ballistics bullet guru guy, but these are the calibers that I know and I've shot a 375, 416, and I've shot a 470 in Australia on water buffalo, where flawlessly have yet to shoot a 577, but I think we'll probably get there this year. So guys, here's what I got for you guys on the calibers for dangerous game across Africa, and also I dove in, these are calibers that you can use in North America and on Africa species that are not dangerous game, especially the little stuff, as long as you're using solid points on the little dikers and dictics. So guys, hope this video brings you some value, gets you some information, and hopefully you have some good success on your next hunt, and hopefully you're packing one of these in the near future on a dangerous game hunt in Africa. Thanks for watching, hit the subscribe button, turn notifications on, hit the like button, and share this video with a friend. See you on the next one.